And members of the Ohio Task Force 1 deployed to Atlanta today. That's where they'll wait on standby until the hurricane makes landfall in Florida. I spoke with the task force's leader ahead of their departure about the missions that they'll likely face.
We have a multidiscipline task force, so we will have a water rescue component, and that has the ability to be able to perform swift water rescues. So if we have flooding and we need to help people evacuate, we have that capability. We have a wide area search capability. The wide area search capability allows us, if you have damage over the wide area like a hurricane would typically produce, we can go through a community, we can go through those large areas and be able to conduct a search, document very well what we are doing, and identify any victims and assist any of the victims in that area for the folks. We also have abilities should the damage be caused to structures where we have structural collapse or buildings collapse. We have the tools and the training to be able to work in those collapsed buildings and perform any necessary rescues in a collapsed structure.
As you've probably seen, not everyone heeds the warnings for evacuations. What are some of the more dramatic scenarios that you've been in to help someone get out of their home or a building where they really shouldn't have been?
The most dramatic ones are always when we're working on water. That's the most unpredictable area we work. So a lot of times evacuating families, individuals, and a lot of times even assisting with the removal of their pets. So the family pet's part of the family. Will also help with getting the pet out with the family.
Any situation in a storm in recent years you can remember that stuck out to you?
The things that stick out to me is not so much the damage or those type of thing. It is the appreciation of the people who are having one of the worst times of their lives, and we are able to assist them. And what sticks out and what you remember is the gratitude of those people. What they appreciate our effort coming to help them.
Oh, absolutely. They're probably just so thankful to see your face. When you go to evacuate people, what kind of precautions do you have to take? Because you don't know if there's any electrical wires, there's water everywhere. I mean, what do you do to stay safe?
Number one, we move slowly and carefully. We spend a lot of time preparing our people to work in these type of environments. So as we move in, we are going to work with the local authorities to determine what is the status of the power lines and the infrastructure in that area. We have equipment that'll help us detect charged electrical lines. We will use that if we have to work close to power lines, try and determine if they are charged or energized when we are working in that area. We have to move very slowly because when you flood, I don't see like a chain link fence or somebody's fence that's just under the water. Mailboxes and all those obstructions. So we just have to go very slowly, pick our channels that we operate in. We work with the locals to try and determine what the geography of the area is.
Now, you've had some of your team members go to the Hawaii wildfire scene and K-9 officers too that have went and come back. You're now going to Florida. We've got a lot of events. How important is it for you to recruit and keep volunteers? And are you taking any more new ones?
We just finished taking on and filling our roster here within the last year. And so we currently are at capacity. We are a group of volunteers. Many are local firefighters, medical personnel. We use mechanics, a lot of different specialty areas that work here. We are all temporary federal employees when we get activated to go to these type events. We are 3 deep in all of our positions. So every position on here, there are 3 of us capable of taking every position on this team, which gives us a lot of redundancy for these multiple missions as you're talking about. Our K-9 handlers who just got back from Hawaii got back yesterday, and they're getting time with their family. We're not going to take any of them on this mission. We've got other handlers to step in and that'll work with us on this event.
All right. Well, best of luck to you. I hope that you can stay safe when you're there and help people that need it. Thank you, Jim, for your time.
Thank you.